What's up, folks? Anthony Armstrong here, former NFL receiver and host of Believe in Commanders. And with the basketball season here, you can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League. It's a league specifically created for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports or leagues. Now, if you need help making those selections, you want to play alongside some of Prize Picks' favorite players, you can now find community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the Prize Picks community each week. Now, Prize Picks makes it easy to get in on daily fantasy sports. You pick 2 or more players, choose more or less in whatever statistical category, and then you rack in the winnings up to 25x on your cash on your DFS picks. Make your way over to prizepicks.com/believe and use the code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for a first deposit match up to $100. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Pick more or pick less. It's that easy. Prize Picks.
Looking for a new career? Welcome to Do HVAC Training Service Center in North Charleston. Enroll today in our comprehensive HVAC training hands-on field experience-based program, covering troubleshooting, maintenance, installation, and more on various HVAC systems and ductwork. We offer EPA and NAEC preparation and testing, along with various certifications. Enjoy payment options. Achieve certification in under 5 months. Enroll now for your new journey of skill development and career advancement. Log on to DEWHVACTrainingSC.com to inquire.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Ich warte seit Wochen auf diesen Tag und tanz vor Freude über den Asphalt. Als wär's ein Rhythmus, als gäb's ein Lied, das mich immer weiter durch die Straßen zieht. Komm dir entgegen.
Hello and welcome to Gegenpressing, the Bundesliga podcast. I'm Manu and he's Stefan Biankowski. Stefan, this is our final Bundesliga Champions League reaction show of the 2022-2023 season. Bayern Munich officially eliminated. Shocker. No one saw this coming after last week's result. It's official. There will be no German team in the semifinal. 1 English team, 1 Spanish team, 2 teams from Italy. In what is a blast from the past. It feels like it's the 1990s. The Milan derby in a semifinal. Good for them. Good for Serie A. For turning around what it shows you how quickly things can go in the Champions League, right? You're a competition that no one pays attention to, and all of a sudden you have a team in the final. So for anyone who looks at the Bundesliga and thinks this is a low point, it doesn't take a lot for it to be turned around. Having said all that, Stefan, while it's still raw, the reactions of this Bayern Munich defeat, wow. We put a question into the chat, and the emotions have been coming in, messages pouring in with emotions, I should say. Why don't you read a few of them, because they've been quite good.
Yeah, so we tried to give it some time after full time so people can get the thoughts in. We've had to kind of call it. There's been 35 replies to our message from paid subscribers. So a big thank you to everyone. And yeah, I'll try and read through as many of them as I can. And then I think we should maybe just kind of dive into what people are saying and just kind of pick and choose some of the better points. I'll start with Calvin Brennan, who says, I think Upamecano's criticism is often outsized from his performances, but he's almost single-handedly given this tie to City. Sean says, this may be an oversimplified tactical reflection, but why continue to play a formation that allows Haaland to attack Upamecano? Haaland ate his lunch repeatedly when he was at Dortmund, and he's been in the same position again now. Or why even play Upamecano in the first place? Title Hamster says, has there ever been a player in the Champions League history to struggle and cause as many errors as Upamecano has? I can't believe how bad he's been. Jason Cunnington says, a season after leaving, I think Haaland has just won the Bundesliga for Dortmund. Bayern looked disheartened. Nate stuck in a huge 4-point thread, which I'll try and summarize. He says, does Upamecano's error really matter tonight? They looked like they were going to score enough. They didn't look like they were going to score enough to overturn the aggregate. How much of Upamecano's mistakes are down to Nagelsmann firing and tactics change, going to a back four instead of a back three? I know there are people who say this isn't Tuchel's fault, but he hasn't had time to implement his tactics. But isn't he the one who told Bayern he wouldn't wait till the summer? Wasn't that the story as to why Bayern moved when they did? If that's the case, then he has to take blame for the Pokal and Champions League elimination. And then his fourth and final point was, what players are you clearing out this time in the summer? Eric says, FC Hollywood engaged. Chris Williams, our good friend, has jumped in the chat. He can't join us tonight, but at least he's given us his thoughts. Bayern well beaten by City over 2 legs. A damning statistic for Kahn and Co. that their only goal came from a debatable penalty. They hadn't put a foot wrong in this competition before Nagelsmann was sacked. Bayern's season derailed from within Sabina Strasse. Robert Cervantes says, Brazo, Kahn and Heiner have to answer for this. They fired a manager undefeated in Champions League. Now we're out of both cups. They said the treble was in danger. Well, the board was in danger and they should pay for it with their jobs. Eric says, somewhere Nagelsmann is smoking a cigar, to which Tito Hamster said, alongside Stefan and Manu.
I just saw that.
and then he admitted that he said that just for the shout out. So there's your shout out, Eric. And then Robert responded to that comment saying Nagelsmann should be there with his cigar. The board has embarrassed themselves by hiring Tuchel. The reason Flick worked was because he was a calming presence in the midst of chaos. Tuchel invites more chaos. Mark C says, like a fighter who no longer has a knockout punch, shadows of the German national team, which is a decent point. Kappa says Bayern could play another 30 minutes and still wouldn't have scored. Right now they're toothless. Can this team win the Bundesliga? My feeling is yes. How will this affect the rest of the season? And then Mark C says, Kahn's big talk about giving it all. I can't speak. Kahn's big talk about giving it all at the Allianz Arena falls flat? ? Time to move on from General Kahn. Lots of talk, no action. And then he also adds, Title Hamster then concludes saying, should someone be sacked for this result? Will anyone be? ? Such a confusing decision by the board. So a lot of talk about Upamecano, a lot of talk about the decision to sign Tuchel. And then I think this is a good reflection of probably where Bayern fans stand right now. A lot of people wanting blood.
Yeah, and it's, you know what, this is obviously we catering to an international audience, right? But this is very much reflective of, I think, what we saw at the Allianz Arena. Huge shout out to the television crew that put this game on today, because they did a really good job of sort of bringing across the mood of the stadium, which was both optimistic.
Thank you for listening to Believe. You can show support to your host by subscribing to the show and giving us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform. Check us out at Believe.com and search for BLEAV on YouTube.